Hosanna. And we find another fella, and he's just running so fast we can't hardly catch him. We chase him down. Finally, we're able to grab him by the arm. Hey, buddy, we're out of breath. You're quick. What's going on with you? Why are you out here? He said, oh, I can't help it. I run everywhere I go. He said, I've already run 3 marathons since Jesus healed me. See, I used to be in a bed. I was a paralytic. I couldn't move. I had palsy. I couldn't do anything. My body was just limp. And I had some friends, and they heard that Jesus could help out people that were sick. And they said, we got to get them to Jesus. But they couldn't even get me in the door in the house where he was preaching. So, my friends are so smart. Yeah. They made a little pulley system. And they lifted my bed up to the rooftop. And they worked hard. Hey, Jesus was on his 3rd point by the time they got me on the roof. Amen. Then they began, and I know they shouldn't have done this probably, but they began to tear the guy's roof apart. Soon there was a hole, and Jesus didn't even flinch. He saw the dust coming down and ceiling tiles falling. People were wondering what was happening. Jesus said, just be still and I'll keep teaching. He said, you know, Jesus knew I was coming. He knew I was getting ready to come down through that hole. And then he says, and each one of the 4 held a rope on the 4 corners of my bed and very, very carefully lowered me so that I didn't tip over. And there I was on the ground facing Jesus face to face. Everybody around was mumbling and startled and even angry. And Jesus reached down and made my body where I could get up, roll up my bed. And he said, I've never walked anywhere since. So I just run everywhere I go. I'm out here today. I'm running ahead of Jesus on that donkey because I want him to see me and remember that he touched me and changed the way I was. Now I'm different than I was before. That's why I'm out here. Oh, I'm talking about those who had been inside of all of his might. They're the ones, Luke said, that were out there spreading the palm leaves before the way. Let's catch up with this guy over here. Let's shake his hand. Oh my goodness, he's got a grip. It's like a vice grip. I mean, your fingers are about to pop off when you shake his hand. Say, buddy, that's some grip you got there. He said, it wasn't always that way. He said, it was just a couple years ago, just a few months ago, my hand was withered up. It was weak and useless and no good. It was just a waste of a limb on my body. And I couldn't trust myself. I couldn't feed myself right and work a job and meet my family's needs. But then Jesus came and he touched my withered hand, and all of a sudden it uncurled, and a limb that was once useless and a limb that was once dead and a limb that was no good suddenly is bigger and stronger than my other arm. Amen. I didn't even lift a single weight. And it's just, I don't understand it. But he did it for me. So I'm going to come out here and sing Hosanna to the King who touched me. Oh, but wait a minute. There's another guy. There's a few more to interview. Don't worry, we're almost done. But I'm enjoying these interviews. Amen. Let's catch up to this guy over here. Oh, he's just crying uncontrollably. Who's this little girl you've got your arm around? Oh, yes. He says, let me tell you, my name is Jairus. He says, it's my little baby. He holds that little girl and squeezes her real tight. He says, let me tell you why I'm here. She begins to cry and says, Daddy, you're going to embarrass me. He says, baby, let Daddy tell the story. He said, my little girl was dead. My baby was dead. I didn't know what I would do. My life was ruined. I was brokenhearted. I had no hope. I heard that this guy named Jesus was able to bring back people from the dead. So I went and asked some people to go for me, and they spoke to him first, and then I went and found him and asked him myself if he would raise my daughter from the dead. And Jesus went and took my little girl and brought her back to life. Amen. He said, because he did that, I have to be out here today, the two of us, amen, to sing Hosanna to that King. Amen. Oh, I'm talking about those who had been inside of all of his might. There were those who once couldn't walk that were now running. There were those that were once deaf that are now able to hear the others singing. Oh, then we find one lady. Oh, she's so excited. She's so happy. She's just exploding with life. We say to her, what's your story, ma'am? She said, I had an issue of blood. And it was destroying my life. I wasted all of my savings trying to get better. Had nothing left. I was hopeless. And I thought if I could just get close enough to Jesus, He'll heal me. They told me to shut up and leave Him alone, but I wouldn't listen to them.
Amen.
And I pushed through the crowd. I couldn't get to Him, but I thought if I can just touch His clothes, that'd be enough. And I touched Him, and He stopped and turned around and looked me in the eye and said, somebody touched me. Virtue has gone out of me. And I was embarrassed at first, but He told me that He loved me and that I was healed. And I didn't have to be embarrassed or ashamed that He came so that He could help people. And that He came so that He could save sinners. Amen. And because He made me better and took away that sickness, I'm out here today. There's one guy, he's way down front. He says, come on guys, this way. I see the road. We're just going to keep going straight. Follow me. I'll lead the way. Let's go catch him real quick. Hey buddy, what's your name? He says, my name's Bartimaeus. So I used to sit by the roadside begging for money. I was blind, couldn't see